feels like a brand new motorcycle. This bike won the 1981 AMA National Championship, dominating. E-bike to have. RM125 on planet Earth right here. It's an absolute diamond. Come on inside, I'll tell you all about it. Guys, feast your eyes on one of the, if not the most dominating Suzuki RM125s ever created by Suzuki. This 1981 RM was a completely new, from the ground up works bike compared to the 1980. The only parts that carried over from the previous year were the levers, the throttle, and the shifter. Everything else was brand new. And boy, did it kick ass. From local novice, amateur, expert, and pro level championships. It also dominated on the AMA National Series, with Mark Barnett sweeping the outdoor series on this bike. Also won the indoor 250 class championship. Suzuki was cleaning up. This 125 not only won the national championship, this exact same model won the world championship also, and it was a stacked class over here in the States. Mark Barnett getting first place, Johnny O'Mara second for Honda, Jeff Ward third place, Jim Gibson fourth, Tom Bonolkin fifth, Scott the Burner Burnworth got sixth, Ricky Johnson was all the way back in seventh. Here's a guy who was a legend, right? Danny Cantalupi eighth, Danny Chandler, another legend, got ninth, and Gary Denton got 10th. Talked about a stacked class of some supremely talented guys. And this bike is the one that took Mark to the top step of the podium. And to this day is considered the best early 80s vintage motocross bike you can possibly swing a leg over. This is a spectacular example. This is a no expense spared nut and bolt frame up restoration. I'll take it off to the stand and show you the frame low, the frame's mint condition, and the engine cases are absolutely pristine. This is a spectacular bike. It's extremely fast, lightweight. Suzuki, the previous year, was air-cooled, which was a good, powerful motorcycle, but this bike could go 30 minutes and still have the same horsepower at the end of the motor with that massive radiator in the front, which is extremely rare to find one, original radiator that nice. Guys, this is the original fuel tank and the original shrouds on this bike. It's a very, very spectacular piece, taken right down to the frame. The frame was sandblasted and repainted and inspected. It's in pristine condition. Starting at the front of the bike was completely rebuilt from the bottom of the front knobby tire. It's got a brand new tire, brand new Takasago XL rim, new Takasago XL spokes. The original hub was restored, painted with new brake pads, and the brake, if you come around this side, you can see the beautiful detailing here, the way this was kept. The aluminum in the hub was painted, the new brake cable, the new wheel bearings, the new paint on the hub and the brake. You can see the fork lowers were completely restored to factory original finish, rebuilt with new seals, new springs, new oil, new fork boots. You can see the triple clamps are in mint condition. The steering head bearings were done. All the hardware is super clean and tight. Brand new set of Pro Taper bars on here, the 7/8 bars with the new crossbar pad, new ODI grips, new clutch lever, perch, and cable, new kill switch, new throttle tube and throttle grip, new front brake lever, perch, and front brake cable. The whole front end is brand new. This original tank, there was a total of 10 hours labor put into restoring the tank and the radiator shrouds alone. We do a process here where we polish the plastic from 300 grit all the way out to 2000 grit and then buff it. That's not a new tank. That's the original tank restored, and it's absolutely beautiful. The saddle has been recovered with new seat foam. These are brand new side panels. Steiger Designs recreated the original factory graphics. They're exact repops of the original. Rear fender was replaced. The front number plate was replaced. The front fender was replaced. Going back to the rear wheel, we'll get to the engine in a second because that's a beautiful piece too. But look at the full floater swing arm, beautifully restored with a new aluminum chain guide with the chain roller, brand new chain slider, brand new upper chain roller, brand new lower chain roller, brand new gold chain and black sprocket with this gorgeous gold Takasaga XL rim with the Takasaga spokes. The original hub was completely restored with new bearings, new paint. The rear brake system was redone, new axle adjusters, lots of new hardware everywhere on the bike. New side number plate graphics, DG aluminum silencer with a DG pipe, period correct. Absolutely sounds phenomenal. If you look at the shock protector, you can see that's in brand new condition. The shock was restored. You can see the shock body was vapor blasted, and the spring was redone, and new seals, new nitrogen. All the bearings were serviced and gone through. Just spectacular attention to detail. The original pegs on this bike are in pristine condition. They're not bent or worn or anything. The original brake pedal's perfect. All the hardware is in mint shape. The engine cases on this bike are in perfect condition. The water pump's been restored. Beautiful brand new DG pipe. Air box is in mint original condition with new air filters, cleaned immaculately inside and out. Car's completely rebuilt. The engine was completely rebuilt. New piston, new rings, new base gasket, new head gasket. Water pump's gone through. New coolant. The radiator's in pristine shape. All the hoses are like new. All the hardware on the engine, you can see, was replaced with the Allen head hardware. The clutch was gone through. The kicker was redone with a new, you hear it click, the new ball bearing. Fully refinished, repainted, rebuilt from the crank up. It runs like brand new. Spectacular 6-speed clutch, transmission, the carburation on it. Everything on this bike was on point. It was a bike that a privateer could take and ride on the national circuit and be competitive. And it dominated not only over here in the United States, winning most novice, amateur, and expert local titles and the national title, but also on the World Series. Harry Everts won the championship, top step of the podium. So it was a great year for Suzuki. It's amazing when if you punch in 1980 RM125, you'll see a bunch of those we've restored over the years. That completely different twin shock, air cooled, totally different frame. Like I said, the only components that carried over were the clutch and brake lever and the shifter. That was it, and the throttle. Everything else, Suzuki pulled out all the stops. And even today, put somebody like Carson Brown on this bike and probably win at the local amateur level against new bikes. It's that good of a bike. Be a little bit harder on a 1980 RM, but he might be able to do it on that too. Seen the way that kid rides, he's unbelievable. But the attention to detail on the bike is spectacular. It's beautifully done. If you come around this side here, you can see this magnesium engine cover was restored, and then the magnesium was polished, and then it was painted, and it has a new Allen bolts on there. Beautiful. These are normally long gone or mangled. The original counter shaft sprocket case protector is beautifully redone with all new hardware, all new engine hardware, new hoses on the carburetor. Of course, the fuel petcock was rebuilt. New fuel lines with a inline fuel filter. We're running VP engine fuel in this, so it's no ethanol fuel in this. It runs freaking spectacular. It looks spectacular, and this was a no expense spared frame up resto. Less than the total ride time that you see on it is a wear on the rear wheel, mostly from testing tunes up and down the street. The bike's got maybe an hour ride time. Total ride time about an hour on the restoration. So it's ready to take to the line at Daytona for the MX Rewind. I would love to race this thing at Daytona or up at Unadilla. These 125s are a lot of fun. They handle awesome. And as far as a bike for the drum brake class, there's nothing more competitive than this in that class. So back in the day on a tight track, these 125s would turn faster lap times than the 250s and 500s. You'd have to hold it tapped everywhere, but they're so light and they handled so good. And the engines just put the power to the ground. They would actually literally cut faster lap times quite often in the second moto, especially when the track got really rough, because they just handled phenomenal. So this bike's ready to rumble. If you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We can hook you up, ship it anywhere in the world. It'll be on display here on the third floor of the New England Motorcycle Museum. If you want to come take a look at it, we're open Monday through Friday right now, 9 to 5. We'll be open Saturday and Sunday after Bike Week in Daytona also. So if you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks for watching, and God bless America. Oh, frame rails. How could I do that? Sorry, guys. Oh, we got to show the frame rails. Usually in New England, any pro rider. I've seen Doug Henry completely destroy a brand new factory CR frame in 2 motos at Unadilla. When the mechanic, I was watching him, he took it when Doug came off the track and he had cased gravity cavity or something, I don't know, but the frame rails were completely flattened out. So he took the bike down to the frame and it took him probably an hour. And then everybody's like, can I have the frame? Can I have the frame? And he's like, no. And he cut it in half and threw it in the garbage can right in front of us. I was like, oh no. But it was a Doug Henry factory Honda frame. Literally in one day would destroy it. But look at this. Mark the Barmer Barnett hasn't swung a leg over this one. This frame rail is absolutely perfect. This one's got maybe a tiny dimple right here, but they generally don't survive like this, man. And the engine cases look like new. I mean, they look really good. So this was a good core bike to start with, and you know, it's got all the best components: Takasaga XL rims, DG pipe, Pro Taper bars, chains and sprockets. Everything's done right, man. So Steiger Designs graphics, and it was tuned right here at Kaplan Cycles. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call. Thanks for watching. God bless America.